A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a startling announcement, U.S. President Donald Trump stated he will probably meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin this month, stirring up a whirlwind of controversy surrounding the ongoing war in Ukraine. Speaking at his Mar-a-Lago estate in Palm Beach, Florida, Trump effectively placed the blame for the invasion squarely on Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, raising eyebrows both domestically and internationally. During a news conference following talks between U.S. and Russian officials in Saudi Arabia, Trump dismissed concerns regarding Ukraine's exclusion from peace negotiations, stating, "I think I have the power to end this war, and I think it's going very well." He further expressed his belief that Ukraine should have taken steps to resolve the conflict long before now. "You should have never started it. You could have made a deal," Trump asserted, indicating that he believes he could have brokered a more favorable outcome for Ukraine had he been in office during the initial stages of the war. Trump's comments come at a time when the conflict has entered its third year, marking a significant milestone since Russia's invasion on February 24, 2022. The war has resulted in devastating losses on both sides, and as the international community watches closely, Trump's remarks have raised concerns about the U.S. administration's approach to negotiations. The president's comments about Zelensky's leadership have also drawn criticism. He claimed that the Ukrainian leader's approval rating had plummeted to just 4% and questioned the legitimacy of Ukraine's electoral processes, which have been suspended under martial law. In contrast, a recent poll from the Kyiv International Institute of Sociology indicated that 52% of respondents still trusted Zelensky, although this figure has decreased since earlier in the year. Zelensky responded to Trump's remarks during a visit to Turkey, emphasizing that any discussions about ending the war must include Ukraine. "No decision can be made without Ukraine on how to end the war in Ukraine," he stated firmly. This assertion underscores the ongoing tension and mistrust between Ukraine and the U.S. administration regarding the peace negotiations. Meanwhile, during the Riyadh talks, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov reportedly agreed to form high-level teams to work on ending the conflict. However, the absence of Ukrainian officials from these discussions has raised alarms among European and NATO leaders, who are concerned about the implications of a potential deal that excludes Ukraine. European leaders have expressed their apprehensions regarding Trump's approach, with UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer suggesting he would be open to deploying peacekeeping troops to Ukraine. French President Emmanuel Macron also indicated a willingness to consider limited troop deployments, while German Chancellor Olaf Scholz deemed discussions about a post-war security force premature. Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk, on the other hand, noted that he did not foresee sending troops to Ukraine. As the diplomatic landscape continues to evolve, France is set to host a second round of talks among European leaders, aiming to establish a unified response to the ongoing negotiations. Trump has indicated support for European peacekeeping efforts but has suggested that U.S. troops would not be involved. "If they want to do that, that's great. I'm all for it," Trump stated, reiterating his stance on the matter. The backdrop of these developments is the looming question of whether Trump can indeed facilitate a resolution to the conflict that has gripped Europe for nearly 3 years. His assertion that he alone can bring about peace has been met with skepticism, particularly given the complex geopolitical dynamics at play. As the situation unfolds, it remains to be seen how Trump's potential meeting with Putin will shape the future of U.S.-Russia relations in the ongoing war in Ukraine. With Zelensky asserting Ukraine's right to be part of any discussions regarding its fate, the stakes could not be higher for all parties involved. The international community watches with bated breath, aware that the decisions made in the coming weeks could have far-reaching consequences for European security and the stability of the region as a whole. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.